this video, I'm going to teach you how to simplify radicals using these two laws. The first one is the square root of the product of x and y is equal to the product of the square root of x and the square root of y. Another one is the square root of the quotient of x and y is equal to the quotient of the square root of x and the square root of y. Let's have an example. Simplify square root of 12. We were given square root of 12, and we know that 12 is not a perfect square. But we can express 12 as 4 times 3. So now we have the square root of the product of 4 and 3. Using the first law earlier, we can split these two factors as the square root of 4 times the square root of 3. The square root of 4 is 2, so now we have 2 square root of 3. Therefore, the simplified form of square root of 12 is 2 square root of 3. Another, simplify square root of 8 times square root of 2. None of these two numbers are perfect square, but using the first law earlier, we can multiply these two numbers in a single radical sign. And so we have the square root of the product of 8 and 2. 8 times 2 is 16. And the square root of 16, as we all know, is 4. Because 4 times 4 is 16. Therefore, square root of 8 times square root of 2 is 4. For our last example, simplify square root of 50 over square root of 2. Again, these two numbers are not perfect squares. Using the second law earlier, we can divide these two numbers in a single radical sign. And so we have the square root of the quotient of 50 and 2. 50 over 2 is 25. And the square root of 25 is 5. Since 5 times 5 is 25. Therefore, the square root of 50 over the square root of 2 is 5. Let me present an alternate solution for this problem. Square root of 50 over the square root of 2. 50 can be expressed as 25 times 2. Using the first law, we can split these two factors as the square root of 25 times the square root of 2, copying over square root of 2. And now we can divide the square root of 2 and square root of 2. What we have left is the square root of 25, which is 5. So really, square root of 50 over square root of 2 is 5. And that's how we simplify radicals using these two laws. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, click on the thumbs up below. You may also watch our previous video, Rational Exponents, and I would really appreciate if you will subscribe to my channel.